From gay ghost in the TV series Ghost, to repressed gay identities in the series 13 Reasons Why. Some gay TV characters capture viewers' hearts, but unfortunately, their stories end in heartbreak, missed chances, or even tragedy instead of the happy ending they deserve. This is part 2, by the way. I did a video like this in the past. If you want to check that one out, or if you don't see your favorite in this video, you might want to check out the first video that I did. I'll put a link to that video at the end of this video for you to watch. And this video is proudly brought to you by my Patreon members. I encountered a few problems, but I am posting again this week using Dropbox, so my content will start to increase in the next couple of days. So thank you very much for bearing with me during this period. So let's head over towards Rainbow, follow the yellow brick road, and see what gay characters deserved so much more.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Ghosts are a real thing, and my wife talks to them now.
There's a hippie and a Viking, and a guy dressed like Hamilton.
How do you know about Hamilton?
Isaac Higgentoot is a kind of ghost who turns repression into an aesthetic.
Whoa, check out that body. Slamming.
Indeed. He'd have made a fine militiaman.
He is a closeted Continental Army officer who died of dysentery at the age of 35 in 1777, and he is forever touchy about his place in history. The show slowly reveals that his buried tenderness is aimed at Lieutenant Colonel Nigel Chesham, one of the revolutionary ghosts who occupy the shed.
Okay, am I nuts or is there like crazy chemistry between these two?
This has been going on for centuries.
Isaac and Nigel eventually admit their feelings to one another and begin a relationship, but their love keeps circling each other through the show's ghostly shenanigans and chaos. Isaac deserved a love story that doesn't just have to keep arriving in panic or with its coat half on. The comedy of his character works definitely because he's so disciplined, so carefully arranged, and that makes every emotional crack feel enormous. That is exactly why his romance with Nigel matters. It gives him a chance to stop performing confidence and actually live in the open. Yet, the fun of the pairing is also so frustrating. The show keeps making their connection feel like it is one interruption away from slipping sideways, as if the intimacy itself must be negotiated like a military campaign. It is kind of funny, yes, but it's also cruel in a way good sitcoms can be cruel. It withholds the simple dignity of letting a gay man be happy without conditions. Isaac's whole story arc is about a man who has spent centuries trying to be seen and remembered, and the best version of his ending would be a relationship that felt steady rather than perpetually provisional.
Yes, Chris, the stripper from Isaac's bachelor party, you have a reason these two should not wed?
I've got 8 reasons. Here they are, mate.
Thought you weren't interested.
What? No. I just wanted to, that's.
Can we clear the frame now? First positions. Both quiet.
Quiet on set, please.
Extraordinary.
The captain in the BBC version of Ghost is the stern World War II army captain who rules Buttonhouse with immaculate posture and deeply repressed feelings. The series makes it clear that he is gay. It is revealed that he had romantic feelings for his Lieutenant Harvers, but never said them out loud.
I had to find you.
I'm here.
The American version later echoed this emotional ache, but the original British captain remains the blueprint for all that dignified yearning. The captain is heartbreaking because he is built from restraint. Every line, every clip command, every attempt to look composed feels like the costume of a man who has spent a lifetime obeying duty at the expense of desire and love. And that makes his storyline poignant, but also definitely infuriating. He should have been given more than just the elegant misery of an almost confession. He should have been allowed a past that wasn't just an emotional scar, and a present that's not just a question mark. And it seems that this notion of unresolved LGBTQ love is a staple in the series' iterations.
We were opposites, but she was the love of my life. And I'll always regret never telling.
Miranda in Ghost Australia belongs in that same conversation. A story with Virginia is all atmosphere and almosts, the sort of unresolved emotional history that can haunt a character more thoroughly than death ever could.
Virginia took a turn in the night. What? She's gone.
Whether through silence, timing, class, or fear, both characters are trapped in the awful little kingdom of not yet. And that is exactly why they deserve better. A happy ending would not have been naive for them. It would have been a reward for surviving so much longing with so little permission to name it. Perhaps it's the intention of the creators of the show to teach us that unresolved romance can have lasting consequences, even after death.
This is Krapopolis. I swear it's not as bad as the name sounds. Or that looked.
I bet he deserved it.
Scott is the god of Krapopolis Castle and a friend of Tyrannus and his family. He is a supporting character rather than a grand mythic character, which is exactly why he can feel so human inside of a show full of gods, monsters, and a lot of royal disaster. Throughout the series, you get the idea that he might want to be more than just a royal guard, but the plot never fully explores this, until one brief fleeting moment in the season 3 finale.
You can't die, King Ty, because I love you.
Scott is exactly the kind of character a show can accidentally underfeed. He has the kind of presence that can carry a genuine crush on a more prominent character. He's loyal, awkward, observant, and always close enough to the action to be remembered, but not quite placed in a scene. Characters like Scott often become emotional furniture. They stand there, support the scene, and are expected to stay charming while everyone else gets a dramatic furniture polish. Whether the show ever intended his feelings for Tyrannus to be explored or not, the bigger truth is that Scott feels like a man written to orbit someone else's story. He deserved the rare miracle of being chosen back by Tyrannus.
Well, I let that cat out of the bag for no damn reason. I'll start digging 5 graves.
I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
It's Matthew. You know, what if I let him down? What if I fail him?
You won't fail him.
John Paul McQueen has been one of Hollyoaks' most enduring gay characters for years, and the show has put him through the soap equivalent of every emotional weather system at once. He came to prominence through his love story with Craig Dean, had a sunset ending with him, he later survived rape, prison, failed relationships, addiction, betrayal, and more than one romance that collapsed under the weight of soap logic. John Paul deserved a life that was not treated like a test kitchen for emotional cruelty. The reason he resonates is not that he was written as a symbol first and person second. He is a man who keeps trying, even after the show flattened him with humiliation, violence, and disappointment. And that makes him incredibly watchable, but also it makes the pattern exhausting. Hollyoaks has repeatedly given him the possibility of love, then yanked the floorboards out from underneath him. Even when he gets a romantic payoff, it often arrives after so much pain that the victory feels undercut by memory. He deserves a proper, sustained happiness that did not need to be earned by surviving one catastrophe after another. In soap terms, that would have been radical. In emotional terms, it would have been merciful. John Paul is a kind of character who makes audiences root harder, which is exactly why the show should have protected him more than it did.
You know, once I believed you could have been my redemption. Now I fear you're going to be my ruin.
What happened in the jail?
It was in the hallway. Stuck a shiv in me. Twice. Third time he left it in.
Montgomery Monty de la Cruz is one of the bleakest examples of a gay storyline built out of fear, denial, and damage. He's a vicious bully from an abusive family, secretly gay, and violently assaults Winston Williams before later being killed in jail after being arrested for sexually assaulting Tyler.
You some kind of What if I was, Dad? What if I was?
When his father finally confronts him about his sexuality, the reaction is not acceptance but disgust and disowning. The character is written as a bundle of rage and shame, with almost no room for tenderness that might have made his life feel more than just a collapse in progress. This is the hardest one, because Monty is not just an innocent figure, and the show never pretends otherwise. But even a cruel character can be written with some sense of interior life, and Monty is often written instead like a warning label, which means the character is given a tragic story arc without ever being granted real-life self-knowledge or repair. That is not the same thing as redemption, and it's definitely not an excuse for his violence. It is simply the observation that the show had the power to make him more than just a dead end of rage, and they kind of chose not to. He deserved a kinder path, not just a verdict and an untimely death. If you didn't see your favorite gay character that deserved so much more, then you need to check out the previous video in this video series. You can watch that one next, that should be popping up on your screen in a moment. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Hype is not available yet in my country, so this is the easiest way to help me get my videos discovered by more people like yourself that might enjoy my content. Also double check that you are subscribed. A lot of people think they are subscribed, but over 70% of my viewers aren't subscribed. So yes, just double check. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.